He's too much of a bully. What they say are good grounds anyhow for banning you. And you got to get with it, man. Get reinstated. Work toward that. You said you're going to get Trump to do some antitrust thing. Well, let's see. Where's the action? What are your attorneys doing? Let's get some updates here. You're hiring these attorneys to go fight your battles with Google and all these places. You say, you got antitrust lawsuits. Let's see. What are you doing? What do you, I still got an InfoWars bumper sticker. Make me proud, man. Okay, I don't want people telling me they want to cut my throat because even though I might hate you and I might disagree with everything you do, still I support free speech that much. I might disagree with everything you say, but I'll support your right to say it to the death. I'll fight and I'll die for it. You understand? That's how I feel about it. So this is what we all as Americans have to latch on to. And this is a two-way street. What you don't like what Alex Jones said? Well, I don't like what this guy. Ban him. So I get a group of people that are going to ban this guy, and you say, but I don't care. I didn't like what he said. Okay? That's it, man. I don't like it. And I found a group of people to join me and gang up on this person. Then they talk about bullying. Isn't that what they're doing? By getting Alex Jones off, they're bullying him. They're saying, oh, well, he's a bully. So the answer is we got to bully him. Isn't that's the way it works, right? What goes around comes around. Well, he got what he deserved. Is that American? Is that what we're supposed to do? G. Edward Griffin would be a good guest for the Kaiser Report. Alex Jones has had him on the show, but I think the Kaiser Report would be really good to have him on. They're cutting edge educators on economic matters. Max and Stacy, listen to them. I don't like this cryptocurrency. I don't like Bitcoin. I don't have any of it, but nevertheless, I don't like bandwagons, and that's, to me, this has been one big fat bandwagon with this. A lot of people took some big hits with that Bitcoin. So, no, I don't give economic advice. Not in that regard. No, I don't tell people where to invest. But, still they're pointing the finger where it belongs. The money printing class is printing money out of thin air, nothing backing it. It's unconstitutional, like G. Edward Griffin points out. It's supposed to be backed by gold or silver, according to the Constitution, any money. And the Congress has that power. So Congress needs to do something, and the president needs to admonish them to do it. Okay, implore them to do it. Get off the dime, get rid of this Federal Reserve, make a deal, pay off this debt. We find an attorney, pay off the damn debt, get us in the black, get us off welfare. Get sound economic policies, create a rising tide of prosperity across the board, free us, make us secure, take us out of freedom, make us happy, Trump, Congress. Stop being politico sycophants to these money printing class. The Kaiser Report, they know what they're talking. They're getting better too about talking about these issues. A little more bold, a little more clear about what they're talking about, and I like it. This Kanye West, he is definitely a savant, like a genius, but he's definitely an oddball too, kind of like me. That's why I say I think we could be friends, because he's not afraid to think way out of the box and talk about a lot of different stuff and then bring it all together and conflate it and show you how it does really interrelate. But, it's good. He thinks big, and I like that. We should think big. We are little gods, and we have big responsibility, to each other. We really do. There was this guy that was arrested recently in Southern California, Malibu, and they blurred his face. They gave him the privilege. While they don't do that to other people being arrested for murder and robbery, but they did it with this guy. Then you find out, oh, he's got a Latino last name. Is there anything there? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't like to be overly cynical, but where it's due, it's due, okay? Because there are certain people that want to protect the undocumented people out there. Chamber of Communists is one of them, because they prescribe to a more the merrier philosophy. So, why does selectively does one criminal get to blur out his face on the news by law? I mean, why else would the media do that for him? And the others don't. Even when somebody's suspected, they don't blur out their face. And even before due process, they still show their face. Well, he's been arrested for this. How many people do you see that get the blue art in the face? I'm just a little suspicious because later we find out that the parents do have a Latino last name. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's it. I'm just saying it needs to be looked into. I like answers. I like the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I don't like to be treated like, chopped liver, okay? But yet, is that going to make, because I don't like it? That's not going to change it. I mean, it is crap. I got to be ready for this crap to keep going on. The deception we all face. I mean, it's just, it's historic. It's through the roof, man. It's epic. People bandy this term about, these entitled people. And these are the most entitled people, like Owen Shroyer. I'm hearing this stuff. Alex Jones, they use this word as a pejorative. Entitled? You bet your ass I'm entitled. It's called the Constitution. And a synonym for entitled is righted. I'm righted. And these are the most righted people. They cling on to their constitutional rights. I'm righted. I got the Constitution. I'm righted. But then they use entitled. And, but I mean, if you want to explain what you're talking about, please. Who exactly is entitled? Who are we talking about? How are you using that term? You mean they're exclusively privileged? Yes, I'm against that kind of pseudo entitlement. Yes. Pseudo righted. Yes, I'm against that. Okay? But no, I'm for being entitled. I'm for being righted as an American citizen, as a human being beyond that, because the constitutional rights, as we all know, are God-given rights. Be clear. Be clear. Yeah, okay. I'm on to some thoughts, folks, from this past week. So, who is the a-hole steering this ship of fools to destruction? Well, it ain't Trump. He's trying to, but these pack of hyenas keep nipping at his heels, trying to prevent it. They're in the rudder, like the gremlin. They're down in the rudder, trying to twist it one way and, keep on this trajectory. Trump's trying to do something good for the people, bring us all prosperity. But they're working hard to prevent that. They don't want people to have any appreciable amount of time, any taste of freedom. True, sound economic policies that create prosperity over time for everybody. That's the last thing these people want. Will we, that is humanity, ever actually listen and adhere to the counsel of the Spirit of Truth? It's our only hope to ever extricate ourselves out of the closing maws of the evil-doing madmen, freaks, and Satanists whom seek our destruction. That is to say, humanity's destruction. Fear God before your decision not to revere God bites you hard in your metaphorical behind. So I'm using the term fear as a euphemism for reverence, because that's the kind of fear we're talking about. When you fear God, you revere, you respect God, but you're a little in awe. And, that's what we should all be. I honestly wish that even the evildoers whom I expose every time I get a chance understand that I am in no way a threat to them. In fact, quite the contrary. Whatever one perceives the opposite of a threat to be. Yeah, whatever my enemies, because, they don't need to be threatened by me. They might perceive that. There's nothing I can do about that. But, whatever the opposite of a threat is, that's what I am to them. Okay, I'm telling them a way out of being evil. If they don't want to listen, that's their prerogative. And it's my prerogative to show them a way out of being evil. Since the elitist scumbags running the show, and Scripture says you will know them by their fruits, don't give a crap whether we're black, white, man, woman, Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, religious, pagan, rich, poor, or anything else, yet they get us believing we should give a crap and become accordingly divided. Remember I was talking about this at the beginning, this division they manufacture? It sure serves well to get our eyes off them, doesn't it? When we're all fighting bickering with each other, willing to cut each other's throats, right? Very effective. They've deceived us all very well to get the eyes off the real problems. They don't want you to figure out who the king